And welcome back, everyone, to Oceanink series season 11. We have a change in game this week to what was expected to be stream. I'm Asuto, and today with me we have.
Hello there, I'm Mitsi. Co-hosting for today. We have with us Spellbound and Krill Switch, Div 1 Week 2. Asuto, what are your thoughts on these two teams?
Um, let's. I'll try to keep the bias away for today because obviously, as a member of Krill Switch, I would be biased towards them. But I think both are very strong teams. Obviously, we're in Div 1, so high stakes. I'll be interested to see how each team goes. I believe this is the second time that Krill Switch is on stream and the first time for Spellbound? Correct me if I'm wrong there.
No, yeah, you're correct. Spellbound had to defer a match last week, and now they are playing technically their first match of the series. We have not been able to see them before, and yeah, they will be going against your team surprisingly. But what are the maps we have for this week, Sudo?
Well, I think before the maps, let's have a look at the team lineups as I see on screen here. For
Okay.
Spellbound, we have very well-known players within the OCE scene. We have Nether, HP, Cupid, and JSplat, all very strong players, very talented players. So love to see how they go. As you said, this is their first adding within series, so very curious to see how they go.
100%. And you said Spellbound, right? Side of Krill Switch, we have the lovely James, Jazz, Meat Boy, Asuto, which is you, Redeye, and DJam98. Again, love all these players. JSplat, the Jzuka, James, my favorite bucket player in the region. Yeah, I think. Oh, sorry. Should be
Well,
good now to
a
look at.
bit of insider information for the stream, since I'm a member of Krill Switch. Both me and DJam aren't playing today, so we'll only be seeing Jemez, Jazz, Meat Boy, and Redeye. So, 4 players from either side, and the first map we have is Tower Maker. What do you make of this map, Mitzi?
Tower Maker, I love this map. It is definitely a hard map for Spellbound, I think. I think Krill Switch in their comp in general has a bit of an advantage here, but in general, just Mako Tower. The flanks are awesome on this map. The middle is awesome. The way you play height on this map is more interesting than a lot of other maps. I'll tell you that. Some similar maps that come to mind probably would be Barnacle and Dime with the
Yep.
way you play its middle area. But what do you think, Sudo?
I think, well, as you mentioned, very strong flanks on this map, which will obviously, we have Meat Boy in the game, so obviously we'll be seeing some very interesting and long flanks. Hopefully useful flanks from Meat Boy. But team comps wise, I'm pretty sure we will be seeing me on the V Luna, Jamez on the bucket, which I think very strong on Maker, especially holding the 2 stacks on either side and camping that ledge. So hopefully we get to see those in action.
Yeah, not to count out Spellbound's comp either. I think they're going to be playing Dread and what was it? The Decapitator. They also have a Pencil who is not afraid to push up. Oh, and we have a Bucket
We have
and
double bucket actually.
Machine. Yeah. Okay, they've got a bit of a switch up in comps. Splash as well is going to provide so many crabs, but here we are in the opening.
Both teams having a pen standard comp, both pens just going for cooler straight off the bat. The point senses coming out from Spellbound might be very annoying for Krill Switch, especially with their very flanking playstyle, as we see one go down already on the side of Krill Switch.
We see that Machine just absolutely destroying that stack, honestly. But Jazz also shutting down that Machine, trying to get back the stack. Redeye trying to push up. It seems it's a bit equal between Krill Switch and Spellbound right now. Meatboy needs to look for a flank. James needs to look for any picks on the left side. The Buckets are having a bit of a standoff here. One of them is pushing up on James. James, is he able to defend top? No. The Zuka being popped by Krill Switch as well, and the Pen is in a bit of trouble.
Oh, we see the Machine just absolutely going in, trying to take as much space as they can for Spellbound, which they seem to have done. Spellbound setting up really well here with the 2 buckets just holding that ledge, while Splash riding tower and Pen just holding down that right side. We see the strikes come out from the side of Krill Switch, trying to delay the tower. They do a little bit, but unfortunately not enough to stop the check. We see the crab come out as well, alongside the strikes. Very good use of specials here from Spellbound. Krill Switch needs to try their best to get out of lockout here.
As you were saying before, Spellbound has a really good setup. You can even see that Krill Switch's spawn is painted. They have really covered this map well. Redeye getting that important pick on the machine though, and Krill Switch might be able to maybe claw back here. They are Spellbound is looking very strong in the stack, and Krill Switch just needs a way out, a maybe 2 down to go in with, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to find that pretty soon.
I think they have been getting picks slowly, and they have been pushing the tower back mid, taking back space slowly, which is very nice. We see the crab come out a bit early, in my opinion, from the side of Spellbound. Kind of stuck in the corner there with the bucket pressuring. I think both teams are just waiting to use their specials at this point. Well, actually, I stand corrected. Krill Switch using their specials and pushing into that first check here.
Yeah, Krill Switch now has their setup under control in the same way that Spellbound would have had their setup, and Krill Switch is looking to set up maybe a even better push. We see the bucket trying to poke over that ledge, and does get one. The pen is looking on this right side now, trying to punish anyone who's climbing up stack. The Lunar Blaster going left side. The bucket does get another pick, and they have strikes at the ready for another push. A counter strike coming out from Spellbound. It's looking like a bit of a scuffle on the push to see if Krill Switch can keep it going, or if Spellbound is able to stop them.
James trades out there, which might have worked out because, unfortunately, I was going to say the jump might have worked out, but Redeye going down on that jump there. Jazz jumping out. Krill Switch will have to regroup here. Fortunately for them, since the points are already so far down for Spellbound, Spellbound will need to make a very good and strong push to get any extra points. So Krill Switch can just vibe a bit and try regroup, get some specials to try stop tower.
Which has been looking good on this defense as well, but Spellbound has been like just getting these specials one at a time. The special quality and quantity that's come from Spellbound has just been slightly better than Krill Switch, and I think that's what's keeping them in the lead, honestly. Otherwise, Krill Switch, with that push from earlier, might have taken them pretty far down. But Krill Switch now finding their footing again. Jameis pushing up onto this left stack, looking to find some picks on it, maybe trying to get some footing back into the proper mid game. The machine though saying otherwise. The splash as well, popping crab on this bucket. They really want him to get out of there. The strikes though being puffed on the crab won't find many use, won't find any possible value, and Krill Switch is keeping them on their toes.
Yeah, I think as you were mentioning earlier, despite Spellbound's like amazing special use, in my opinion, it's just like constant special usage, as you were saying, very good pushes. Krill Switch has been managing to hold on to the defense really well, just stopping them at that final checkpoint there. As we see Meat go onto the tower here, trying to cancel the crab. Unfortunately not able to, and goes down in the process, but I believe he had cooler, so he should be back in a second. As Redeye goes down as well, but the tower is back mid, and Jamez trying to take back Krill Switch's stacks. Trying to shark going over there, but cooler does come out for Spellbound, so expect to see Spellbound push in a bit more aggressively here, trying to get a couple more picks on the side of Krill Switch.
It looks like in this game it's been a battle of paint for both Krill Switch and Spellbound. Each team, whenever they get a solid push going or a solid defense going, the one common factor is the paint that's on the ground. For example, Spellbound now will have started a good push because of the amount of paint they've laid down for their teammates to push up with. We can see the machine using that space as well, like just clearly in front, and Krill Switch is going to have to make a miracle push in order to keep themselves in this game.
They're going to need to touch tower very soon, but unfortunately they cannot, and that is Spellbound taking the game 1. Very well played by both teams, but obviously Spellbound just had the better of it that round.
Honestly, it wasn't even too split of a game. This was a pretty close game, all things considered. Krill Switch and Spellbound have different ideas for comps, and it shows that those ideas can clash really well in a high-level setting.
Yeah, obviously Krill Switch being well known in the OC scene for running some very unique comps, especially with Meat Boy 13, running some not meta weapons, but obviously as we can see here, they are keeping up pretty well within the highest level of play here in OC. Obviously it's Krill Switch's counter pick now, so what do you think they're going to counter pick?
There's a lot of maps here. I think with Krill Switch's expertise in Clan Blitz, they might have to go for a Clan Blitz Haggle or Scorch counter pick, or they might be saving it towards the end, maybe to get some footing if they're in a bit of trouble. But yeah, what do you think, Asuto?
Well, okay, I'm trying to envision myself in the Krill Switch VC right now. Right now, I'm guessing they're forgoing the clams and they're saying Rainmaker Undertow and they're saving the clams. That's my
Ooh.
meta game. Because Krill Switch as a team, I know this. They have practiced the they've I say they've practiced Undertow Rain a lot, but we can see they've chosen Clam Scorch. So turns out you were correct.
That's some foreshadowing. We can't see more than the viewer
We
viewer
can. My
sides,
bad,
but
chat.
they
It was
do
Clam
pick
Scorch.
Clam Scorch. Yes, Clam Scorch.
I
Honestly,
think
one of Krill Switch's stronger maps, I feel.
obviously I think everyone's expecting to see the sploosh come out from Meat Boy. Despite Carrot in chat actually saying Aerospray, I don't think we're gonna see an Aerospray today, unfortunately, even if it gets to zones. But what do you think? I think we've talked a lot about Krill Switch. What do you think Spellbound's gonna run on this map?
Look, I'm still waiting for the Dread decaf because HP and Nether as a duo are very good, very solid, and then you have that Cupid J duo as well in that team. So if they do pull out the decaf here, I will be probably mesmerized the whole match.
Well, let's see what the comps are in just a second here. We do see the decaf come out, but unfortunately not with the dread. It's with the standard bucket. And Krill Switch running an edit instead of a pen, so interested to see how Jazz goes with that.
And look, I think Krill Switch can benefit from this edit a lot. Jazz is a very upfront player, very confrontational on edit. He can get the picks when it's important. Meat Boy already making a ball for Jazz.
Yeah, I was
However,
gonna say, not even 20 seconds in, and Jazz is already holding a power clam. I look
we found
away at chat for 2 seconds, and already, Meat Boy's just being Meat Boy. We see Nether going in with the decals there, just absolutely wreaking havoc on like the Krill Switch ramp and plat area. I do think Jazz managed to stop them and is holding pretty well, but just being wary for Krill Switch here that Spellbound also has made a power clam, so at any point they could just make a push and go in, as we see Meat Boy going for the flank and unfortunately dying.
And that's really the idea of having a power claim, isn't it? To inspire confidence for a push. If you're going to have it, might as well use it. The bucket is going to go up on this ramp though. Will James be able to find the pick? No, but the bucket does jump out. The decap is shocking, trying to get anything going here. Meat Boy is trying to defend this ramp handsomely. And it looks like they do have that shark ready. Will they be able to find any value? No, Redeye.
Redeye with an amazing pick there. It's really important, as we just saw, that Krill Switch keeps... Oh, was that a jump we just saw?
Yeah.
Forget what I was saying. Meat Boy going with the flank and Krill Switch getting the first score from a jump. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be able to follow up with anything here, and they go 2 down. But as long as if they hold, they should be fine here, but the strikes do come out. So, actually, they're 3 down on the side of Spellbound. Krill Switch defending really well here.
Yeah, Krill Switch is getting the picks when it's important. It's a bit hard to fight against a decav with Krill Switch's comp, but Krill Switch is somehow making it work. The Zuka is an integral part of that. I feel the strikes are also, maybe if they're trying to get them out, will be quite useful. The sploosh though, getting 2 on this defense, and somehow Spellbound hasn't scored yet. I have no words for this, honestly.
I will be completely honest. I obviously, as a member of Krill Switch, I'm biased towards Krill Switch. I do hope they win. Obviously, I won't commentate on bias towards Krill Switch. I was holding my breath that whole time, just like watching Krill Switch defend, which they do really well. And Meat Boy just going in again, just behind them, causing issues. But unfortunately, I don't think he's in the right place here, as the crab comes out and Spellbound does score here, and taking the lead as well.
Spellbound does score, but Meat Boy is still going ham on these Spellbound players, trying to get all the important picks for Krill Switch. Fortunately, not able to transfer anything with that hammer, but Krill Switch already taken their plat back. Jazz is pushing that middle by himself, of course, playing that confrontational role we were talking about earlier. Pencil from Spellbound, though, wants to stop anything from happening. The Zuka coming out, maybe trying to counteract that, and that's what this game feels like actually right now. It's more of a I have an idea, but I'm going to stop your idea before you act upon it, and then it's just a constant game of she said, he said, you know.
It's just basically whoever gets that better push in that moment. As we see Spellbound going in for another push, but the strikes come out from the side of Krill Switch, shutting that down. But Meat Boy stops the flank as well, and they were momentarily 3 down on the side of Spellbound. Meat Boy just trying to go in immediately, just at the basket straight away, pulling out the hammer, getting a pick, but It's currently 2-2, and there are no clams on either side. So I don't think was that a double curling kill?
That was a double killing kill that we just saw. Meat Boy is pulling all the strings for this. He might be chopping a 20 this game without he's playing, and he's going to continue going. He's got 6 clams on him, and Krill Switch has scored. He's going to make a
Meat Boy
powerball.
go! Oh, unfortunately, Meat goes for the hammer throw instead of just putting the clam in. But Krill Switch manages to get it in anyway. And 2 Dirt go down on the side of Spellbound again. Redeye coming in with more clams, scoring them. This is a very good hold from the side of Krill Switch here.
Now, when did Krill Switch... the last time I saw Krill Switch, they looked a bit messy in their play, but recently they have just leveled up in just everything they've done. Their coordination looks better than ever. Meat Boy looks stronger. It's like they've already pushed down to 11, and there's another kill for Krill Switch. They are just going to keep scoring all the way down
push it down
5.
to 5. What an amazing push from the side of Krill Switch here. Now it's just about the defense. Krill Switch will need to keep the paint up because obviously with that such a good push, they did go down a lot and giving Spellbound a lot of space. So Krill Switch just needs to paint, keep up the good defense that they've been showcasing the whole time. Spellbound only having 10 seconds to come back with a counter push to try take lead again. Cooler does come out, so I believe, and the strike, so I believe this will be the final push of the game. Let's see what Spellbound can do.
And Krill Switch doesn't need to push this as hard as some might think, because already 2 are down on the side of Spellbound. Zuka does come out trying to find that one pick. No, Meat Boy shuts it down.
And the hammer.
Now more people on that ramp with the hammer. They might be able to take this game, and it looks like Krill Switch has secured themselves game 2.
What an amazing... It was just... the starting push from Krill Switch, in all honesty, it was very, very Krill Switch style. Like, typical old school Krill Switch in my opinion, where we just had a single clam push in, just one jump and nothing else. But that second push there from Krill Switch, like, Spellbound did amazing. I don't want to like downplay how amazing Spellbound played that match. Like, they did everything right. It's just that one push from Krill Switch where they held so well and used their specials and just scored so consistently with a push to 5, which is just incredible to see.
And I didn't say that this is Krill Switch's one of Krill Switch's stronger modes for nothing. They are incredibly strong on this map. I've fought against them many times, and each time I think it's either been close or I've lost. So yeah, Krill Switch definitely showed us some amazing gameplay there.
Tying up the series 1-1. I believe I just cut you off with what you were going to say, so I'll ask you the question anyway. What do you think Spellbound's going to counterpick here? Just pretend for a second we can't see the counterpick chat.
Alright, well, I'm looking at the counterpick pool right now, and we don't have Clan Scorch anymore. Well, for Decav specifically, Robo zones might be very good, honestly, with those flanks. Same could be said about Barnacle zones and Manta Tower. Honestly, same could be said for any of these maps.
Same could be said for a lot of those maps, but I do believe they have chosen, Robo zones as it shows on stream now. As you were saying, a very strong decav map. If Nether decides to bring back the decav, which I believe we're both expecting. Nether, obviously a very aggressive player, very good on the decav as well.
Oh,
it'll be interesting to see. I know you've mentioned Dreadringer a couple times that you want to see the Dread come out. I'm kind of with you on this one. Dread with the Reef Slider on Robo zones could be very fun to see.
Look, and it's just dangerous in general. It's got the perfect kit for this map. Suction Bomb is incredible at holding space, and I'm just going to say this right now. I've been going 2 for 2 for the counter pick, so once another counter pick happens, I might try to go 3 for 3.
Before we do see the comps here, I think we might see an Aerospray from Krill Switch here for Meat Boy. I'm not exactly sure. Nah, I'm sticking to Sploosh, unfortunately. The Aerospray believers. No.
The Dreadringer. There it is. Love HP Dreadringer. Awesome. Love everything about it. But here we go. Krill Switch versus Spellbound. Spellbound does get the early flip. Dreadringer is just looking to build up some special. The hammer does get thrown.
Hammer throw. Unfortunately, Meat goes down with it.
Yeah, it doesn't find any value, but it would have gotten value had it been just a bit more to the left. Oh, Jameis getting a quick double there. Okay, very good. We have 2 specials up for Krill Switch right now. They are going to strike the zone, and it might be a Krill Switch flip.
Krill Switch are trying their best to flip it. 2 go down on the side of Spellbound, but they do manage to recap. Krill Switch finally managing to flip the zone as Cooler comes out for them, so I believe they're going to try and go in here to take some space. Unfortunately, I think the hard part of going against the decav here as the pen goes down is that you can't really push their ramp or plat area as much as decav, as you can just see, just places a bubble. Krill Switch proving me wrong there, just completely neglecting that, taking out the decav and trying to take space on the ramp here.
Spellbound has those two specials that they can rely on. They have used Restarter and they have used Crab. Krill Switch has used their strikes, and the Zuka does come out. Redeye finding a very important pick for that retake. The edit also finding another good pick, and that's going to be a Krill Switch flip once again. The decav though has something to say about that. Again, decav very good on this map. Isn't trying to let anyone take their space from them.
Something I feel like we've both completely neglected to mention as Spellbound goes 2 down here is Krill Switch did manage to take lead on one of their earlier flips, and they're once again pushing in. Both Pen and I believe that was a Dread having to push back here as Krill Switch just pushes in. Strikes coming out as well, and we see Redeye and James just pushing in with those strikes.
Yeah, but Krill Switch is holding very well here on the front. The Crab does come out trying to find the edit. It does find the edit. The Restarter looking to cap the zone. It does cap the zone. The bucket got them weak, and the hammer comes out, but it gets shut down. And that is so
unfortunate splat on me boy there. The hammer obviously not being good enough, and we see Nether just going in with the decaf, setting up the bubble in such an annoying spot for Krill Switch. Krill Switch will have 2 specials that they will need to use pretty soon. Oh, one comes out. Trying to retake zone here, get some picks, but unfortunately no one's gone down yet, and Cooler does come out. They push in with strikes. I think they're trying to recap zone. One goes down on either side. Meatboy's just painting zone on his own. Goes down to the Dreadringer, unfortunately.
And Krill Switch had that setup there. They did have the specials ready. They had the manpower. It's just I think they used their specials a bit too hastily with no game plan. They did like. I assume that in any other circumstance they would have been able to cap zone with those 3 specials, but yeah. As I'm saying, that Spellbound does continue holding the zone, and there's going to be 2-1 for Spellbound.
It's a very, very well played from both teams. I think I'd like to say that is the closest match we've had so far. Just flip-flop the zone from either side. I wasn't sure who was going to win until like pretty close to the end there, where Spellbound just got a really good push when Nether went up with that bubble.
Well, you say closest match, but these matches have been very lopsided, I feel. Between one team or the other. Obviously, like one team will be able to push pretty far into another team's points. Like for example, in the Mako Tower game, we saw Krill Switch go to I believe it was 56, and then Spellbound did go towards knockout, and then we saw in the last game, the Clam Scorch game, we saw Krill Switch just dominate that one. So it feels like a flip-flop battle, honestly. It's both teams either being super strong on the map or a bit weaker than their opponent, and that is all that the opponent would need to win that map.
Yeah, obviously with that win, we see Spellbound taking the lead 2-1. Obviously Krill Switch's counter pick. Do you reckon we're gonna see Rain or Clams? Once again, just ignoring the fact that we do know what's coming up next.
So I can't actually predict what's happening this time, but I honestly wanted to see Krill Switch go tower control, but they are gonna go for Rainmaker, Undertow, Spillway.
Finally, the counter pick I mentioned at the start does come into fruition here with the Undertow Spillway, rather than the second Clams map. This is a very tried and tested map for Krill Switch. I'm pretty sure there hasn't been a single tournament where they have not played this map mode. All of the members very confident, very strong, but let's not count out Spellbound here. Obviously, this being OCE. Actually, I know you're newer to the scene. Have you heard that OCE is known as the Rainmaker region?
No, I actually haven't heard that before.
Yes, we do love our Rainmaker here in OCE, so very interested to see how both teams play this.
Wow, that's a first for me because any OCE player I've met has complained about Rainmaker, honestly. Calling it a stallfest, but here we go. The comps haven't changed from either side. I think Spellbound has found their... Oh, actually, no, sorry. The Dread does get swapped out for a V-Bucket, but Spellbound has found their footing in their comp, I believe, and Krill Switch is going to continue running the same comp, and honestly, it shows that it's been working because they have so much momentum.
Mitsi, just going away from the match for 2 quick seconds, I would like to point you in the direction of chat just to see what everyone's saying about you. And with you there, we'll go back to the game as one goes down on the side of Spellbound. Krill Switch pushing in here, but leaving the Rainmaker alone. It's kind of split 2 and 2. There's 2 members of Spellbound pushing Krill Switch and 2 members of Krill Switch pushing Spellbound. But it appears that Spellbound has gotten the better of that scenario, grabbing Rainmaker, going towards left checkpoint here.
That was a very scuffled middle area there. It feels like Krill Switch just ignored the objective altogether and tried to get some picks to hold out for their team, but Spellbound was able to make the most of it and ignore them, honestly. They were able to just push forward and get Krill Switch to be 3 down instead. But Krill Switch making an impressive play on the defense, pinching this Decapitator, and it looks like they'll be free from the defense for now.
Krill Switch opting to leave the Rainmaker alone for now, just making sure that none of the members of Spellbound do sneak in, grabbing the Rainmaker, letting it reset. Obviously, Krill Switch trying to push into mid here, trying to get more space. Meat Boy getting popped. Is that bucket jumping out, I think?
Yeah. That is the bucket jumping out. Meat Boy is going to pop this hammer on the right side, does get a pick, trying to look for more. The edit does get punished on the left side by the Decapitator. Decapitator does find another, does get picked off, and they're going to start pushing the left side. The members of Spellbound a bit scuffled on the right side. They're a bit pumped up there. Krill Switch might be able to just take a free checkpoint.
Meat Boy just doing Meat Boy things. Unfortunately, they get killed before getting check. The crab did come out on the side of Spellbound to stop that, and it's just Jamez alive on the side of Krill Switch. I do believe, yes, he does have strikes here, so they should be able to regain some space here very soon when other members of Krill Switch are in position.
That push was very interesting, that they had to use a full crab to stop that as well. It's just that the members of Spellbound got caught up on one side. The same with Krill Switch right now, honestly. Krill Switch is getting caught up on this ramp, trying to push as far as they can, but... Oh, wow, Spellbound is going for...
There's a flank coming in from the side of Spellbound?
Wow. Yeah, they are going for a flank here, which is interesting. I think it's the same thing as what James and Meat Boy are doing, which is just stalling for time, waiting for the team to come back to continue a good push.
Yeah. Very close game so far, just 2 points in it, but Spellbound does have the checkpoint as the Rainmaker resets once more from the side of Krill Switch. Oh, the hammer just going in, getting a pick, and immediately being thrown. Obviously, for anyone who's unaware in chat, hammer has been buffed in the most recent update, making the one-hit radius just absolutely massive. Just making it so you can chuck a hammer, and it will basically kill someone if it's close to them.
And we saw on screen there, Meat Boy just running around, playing mind games with Spellbound. The decaf though, looking for a lot of picks on Krill Switch's side. They are going to be able to jump back though with the bubble. They're going to be setting up for another push, I believe. No, getting back for the cooler. The bucket is going
Zuka coming out on the side of Krill Switch and immediately picking off the Rainmaker here, as Meat goes down, unfortunately, to the bucket. Decaf just pushing in, trying to gain space, placing down the bubbles, just as decavs do, just being very annoying to Krill Switch here. And Spellbound does grab the Rainmaker here, trying to push in, get some more points, solidify their lead a bit more over Krill Switch.
It honestly looks like Spellbound's pushes are just way more solid than Krill Switch's one. Like, Krill Switch has the right approach, just not the right execution, but Spellbound's got everything correct, as they're just pushing up to this checkpoint, might get a dunk, no, but they do push it to 1, and unless Krill Switch gets that knockout, they won't be able to win the game.
Yeah, this is set up for a very interesting comeback, should we see one here. Meat once again just throwing the hammer as soon as he's getting it, just opting not to stamp over the other team at all. Redeye trying to stall the Rainmaker as much as he can, but unfortunately just not being able to. Spellbound dying once again with the Rainmaker trying to knock it out. Do you think at this point it might just be worth for Spellbound to stop going for the dunk?
And well, as you're saying that, they have started moving back. I think you give them 3 chances. If those 3 chances don't come to fruition, then yeah, you gotta just go back to square one. And that's square one. Spellbound is Krill Switch's ramp.
Yeah, and obviously, as we mentioned earlier, Krill Switch just has to get a very good push here, which is looking really unlikely as Meat goes down, unfortunately, giving Spellbound the 3-1 lead in the set.
When it's looking very dangerous as well for Krill Switch, because they don't have any counter pick options left, which they prefer. I guess they do have one more Clams counter pick that they could use their advantage. but I'm also a bit interested if they pick tower control because we haven't seen that all set, I believe.
I hate to be a hater or a doubter, but I do not believe that Krill Switch will be choosing tower control as their counter pick.
Ah,
Yeah. Obviously,
no.
this is match point here for Spellbound. They just need one more to win the set. I think we will be seeing Clan Blitz come out from Krill Switch. Just very tested match mode for them. Well, mode I should say. Clam Haggle, I believe the map choices. So I think that's what we will be seeing here.
Yeah, it is going to be Clams Hagglefish on the counter pick, which is very interesting. I don't know who picked Clams Hagglefish, whether it was Spellbound or Krill Switch.
I can say it was probably Krill Switch, as Clam's Haggle has a very strong flank on that left side, which Meat Boy does love to exploit a lot.
With Spellbound's comp, do you think they'll be able to maybe take advantage of that? I feel like the decav bucket is just so strong against what Krill Switch has, especially on a dare I say like hallway map.
That's very true. I do think Spellbound has a better chance than most teams against Meat Boy here. But what I'm really interested to see is we've been seeing edit a lot from Jazz, and I think Pen on the side of Spellbound is just the better choice, especially on that 10, right on that right side, just holding mid. I do think Pen will do a better job at just holding down space and potentially stopping meat as well.
Yeah, honestly, the pen just sees a lot of the map, especially on Hagglefish, similarly to Mahi or Brine Water, but Krill Switch might have to exploit the fact that the pen has to set up there by going under it.
One going
Yeah,
down already on the side of Spellbound. I believe that's meat just on the flank, causing problems. Unfortunately, he goes down to the crab here.
Does go down.
Very,
Spellbound is looking for
very
something
early
in the middle
specials
there.
from both teams. Yeah.
Krill Switch does look strong in the middle. Oh, the edit does go down, but it is a trade-off. The Zuka does come out trying to find a good pick. It seems like he sees that left side. The decav jumps in and kills him. The decav has been punishing all set, just anyone jumping in or pushing up to a position without knowing where his jump is. So yeah, honestly, props to the decav for doing that.
Something I'd like to point out, at the bottom of the screen, I think you saw just then, we saw some curling bombs just rolling around. We see Meat just trying to make use of the flanks as much as he can, just trying to get behind the enemy team. Fortunately, going down to the decav here, like you were saying, just decav just holding the flanks. I think the decav is going for a flank himself. Jazz
He
unfortunately
is.
has not seen. The decav is currently behind Krill Switch. I don't think any members of Krill Switch know, and they do get a jump in.
That's such a scary thing about Haggle. We were talking about earlier that Meat Boy might be able to use the flank, but then Decav can also do the same thing, but a bit better, I believe. Honestly, their trail is a bit more quiet than a Splooshes. A bit more. It makes a bit less noise. But yeah, it was a good push from Spellbound. They did get a bubble up. They did get that ball in, and Krill Switch beautifully defended it, getting back into the middle, taking a lot of space with the paint on their side.
This, in my opinion, it's looking very reminiscent to the first match. Obviously, we didn't have the Krill Switch scoring straight away, but what we have seen is just Spellbound getting a very solid push and Krill Switch taking back mid. I'd be interested to see if they can do what they did on Scorch as well here and just completely get a obliterating push. Obviously, we see Jamez going at the bottom of your screen, trading out the decav, Meat going for the flank with the hammer.
Oh wow! Okay,
Three down on the side of Spellbound.
Yeah, Spellbound has gone 3 down to Krill Switch. All those specials were used
Oh, we see
perfectly
Meat
for
going
Krill
for the
Switch.
flank here, behind
And
the side of
there's the
Spellbound.
ball. Bulio's here, jump another one in. No, James barely
Unfortunately not
misses.
getting in, and Meat Boy goes down as well. Was that their pity climb? Yes, it was.
Krill's just going to struggle for the rest of the match unless Spellbound scores again. Preferably, they'd actually want to score again because they need another pity clam for maybe overtime, possibly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spellbound is just pushing directly into their base.
Two go down on the side of Krill Switch. Meat Boy is trying to shark behind Spellbound, getting two, but we see the decav just scoring from the bottom of the screen once again.
Decav is causing so many problems for Krill Switch. Again, this is a hallway map, and that's where Decav shines the best, I feel. On those maps where you don't know where they want to come from, but it's too obvious to know where they want to come from. A lot of mind games by this Decav, by Spellbound on Krill Switch, making them think about too many things at once.
We see Meat go down once again as Krill Switch has two specials. Jazz trying to push in. Decav going back towards that flank. Jazz does see it this time, but I do believe the decaf has made it past him. Decaf goes down to Meat Boy though, which is very good to see. Stopping down the flank immediately, trying to just hold on to mid space here as the crab comes out from the side of Spellbound.
Yeah, we see the pen on the side of Spellbound as well. He's taking a lot of aggro positions and then backing up just to stay safe, trying to play for the cooler, play for the paint. Meat Boy has other plans though for this pencil. He's trying to scare him off as far as he can. And Meat Boy
Two
playing
go
this
down
left
on the
side
side of Spellbound
beautifully.
there as the strikes come out for Krill Switch. Something that I'm loving to see is three go down is just as Meat Boy's distracting the members of Spellbound, we do see Jamez come around from the flank actually. They just need one more for the lead. But as I was saying,
Oh, there it is.
there goes lead. I was too enthralled by the game to finish what I was saying. As Meat was getting distractions, running distraction on Spellbound, we see the rest of Krill Switch just pushing in, getting those important picks to push in and eventually get that lead.
Yeah, Krill Switch, all they need to do now is the same thing they did on Scorch, just defend. They need to build up their special, they need to build up some confidence to push them back from the middle. The crab does get popped inside of Spellbound. Will be able to find any value though is the question. It's popped in a really awkward spot, I feel. The pencil is trying to punish Redeye for being up too far close. The strikes may be trying to come out. They do have bubble on the side of Spellbound. Will they be doing anything with it? Yes, they will.
This is very scary for Krill Switch as the jump comes in. Oh, unfortunately, that does look like game. Very close, but that bubble from the decaf just proving to be a bit too strong. Just allowing the jumps to come in and get lead.
And look, how close were some of these matches during the set? We see, I think Spellbound, their strongest modes would be those zones, the tower control, but then on any other map, they did struggle a bit against Krill Switch on any other mode. The clans especially was very close for Krill Switch, only being, what was it, a 4-point difference, I believe, in that last
Yeah,
match.
I think so with that final push. Would be very interesting to see a world where Krill Switch just managing to get 2 or 3 more clans into that basket. Maybe taking that game. Maybe we'd get to see a game 6, but unfortunately, Spellbound was just too good for Krill Switch. Very well played to Spellbound, obviously winning the set 4-1 here. Both teams playing amazingly, but Spellbound just having the better day today.
Yeah, definitely a better day. I hope to see more of Krill Switch though in Div 1. I hope to stream more of their matches because they have been going on an improvement streak since last week, the weeks before that. I commentated one of the sets in the series seeding, and they did look to be pretty good, but I think that's where we wrap up for today.
Yeah, I believe that's all we have for today. So thanks to everyone for coming out and watching. Obviously, I had fun. I hope both the players had fun. Hope everyone in chat had fun watching some amazing Splatoon gameplay. And I think we'd all love to see you at a later date, next stream.
See ya.